Okay, in this video, I'm gonna be talking about why you should and why you shouldn't be selling commission work. Me and commission work have a real love-hate relationship. I'll not better explain it than that. It's actually a great opportunity, but also it could become the biggest freaking chain holding you from growth ever. However, in this video, I'm talking about how to really start selling commissions, what you want to avoid, what you should be doing, and if you should even be selling commissions to even begin with. I literally have no notes for this video, so it's gonna literally be all over the place. So let's get into it. So first thing first, if you've been selling commissions or thinking about selling commissions as a visual artist, you should. Simply because what I've noticed after selling so much art, well, my students selling so much art, commissions are usually much easier to sell than the original. I guess much easier for someone to decide on what they want as a piece versus what they like that's already created. So usually commission work is 10 times easier to sell. And that's just what it is. Does this mean you can't sell originals? Absolutely not. 90% of my visual artists sell original work, 10% sell commission work, and I'm gonna get to why later. Now, if you're considering selling commission work, I'm gonna even tell you the key things you want to focus on. So when it comes to selling commission work, the easiest is really animals. Animals just freaking sell like crazy, especially pets and portraits. I do not recommend trying to do family portraits. Family portraits are usually the hardest because people are very particular about how they look. Even if you could do a spot on portrait, they feel like it don't look exactly like them, you're gonna have a freaking problem. And usually if you're gonna be doing commissions, I'd rather it be not hyper realistic work, but more like a surreal style of a commission piece. And I'm gonna show us a couple examples as well. But I know the big question is, Jaroid, okay, that all sounds good. How do I get commission work? I'll tell you right now, if you really want to start selling commission work as a visual artist, all you got to do is start posting commission work as a visual artist. Find what's ever working. I've been talking about this recently online, such as Instagram, TikTok, whatever you may be, and just start posting similar videos to that, just of commission work. If you start doing that and start getting some exposure, some traction, people are going to just start asking, can you pay my dog? Can you pay my cat? Can you pay my cow? Or whatever type of animals people have nowadays. And then you'll start getting commission work. The reason I can share this is because I currently have a student right now, and I'm even showing as an example. I have a student right now that's backed up, and as of me recording this video, it's the middle of September, and he's backed up to January. So that's September, October, November, December, 5 months, right? I'll just say 4 since we're already halfway through September. And I'm even show some is working, what he's posting. It's pretty simple, and I'm showing you this so you could literally go implement these same tactics, right? Because you want to be selling artwork because you create great art. All right, and just videos like this. I'm gonna turn it down. Let me see if my camera can focus. So as you see, it's one of my students. This is Rembrandt. If it could focus, perfect. Let me see if I can get one of these to play. That's it. So he's literally just showing the artwork, and this video got, I don't know if I can show it, 200 something comments of people saying how much they love it now. Everybody want their pets painted, right? Which is cool. So here's the key. Now, obviously, he know exactly he's one of my students. He know exactly how to go about having a conversation, charging, closing a sale, getting that exposure, getting engagement, all of those details. But if you just stick to those basics, you'll have people inquiring about your work. Once they inquiring, just simply have a conversation, talk about exactly what they want, and just paint it. That's it. Ask them, if you haven't sold any artwork before and you want to start selling commissions, just simply ask them how much would they like to pay. I talked about this in other videos, but simply just say hey, I'm just getting started. Be transparent. I'm just getting started. So I want to value my time, my work, but I also don't want to overcharge you. So I'm just curious, what were you thinking about as far as pay? Let them tell you. And if you say that, you have to give the reason why you asking. The why is, I'm just getting started, and I don't want to overcharge you or undervalue myself. And then say, so I'm curious, what would you like to pay for this commission? I promise you, if you ask people what they like to pay, one thing for sure, you're going to secure a sale. Period. Simple. Easy. Easy, right? And second, if it's too low, then you can move away. Like, you don't have to take the sale. But at least third is going to give you an idea of where people are valuing your work currently. And you'll be making some sales in the process. Like, I'm literally giving you the goal here. Like, the stuff you should just be doing. If you do it, you will sell. So if you're not selling and you watch my videos, you obviously don't take your career serious, right? And I'm assuming it's not you. So just do that if you want to be doing commissions, which I don't recommend. Stand on topic. So here's the problem with commissions. The problem with commissions is it usually become a freaking pain in the ass. When you sell an original, no one complains. When you sell a commission work, you usually have to set guidelines very early because they're gonna want checkups on the work. They want to know how it look. When it's completed, they may like it, they may not. They may want some things changed. Like, I literally seen a student get a client for a commission piece and it made her want to freaking pull her hair out because the lady was just absolutely never satisfied, to the point where she just had to refund the lady. And it's like, you know what, forget it. So commissions do lead to a lot of problems, but luckily you're watching this video, so I'm gonna even help you avoid those problems. So when you're doing a commission piece, set guidelines very early. And the guidelines I have my artist set is just simple. At the midpoint, I'm going to give you an update on a piece to make sure you love it. At that midpoint, let them make any adjustments. Let them say, like, oh, I actually don't like that color. Is it possible for that to be changed or for this to be a little darker or whatever the case may be? Then you tell them, like, after those adjustments are set in, once the piece is completed, it's completed. And I will let them know, like, I cannot go back and rework on a piece once it's completed. And once it's completed, you are the rightful owner of that piece, so it's yours at that point. Whatever you do, set these intentions very clearly up front before you ever take a single dollar from the customer. And if you do this, I'm always burping. If you do this, it's going to set very clear expectations. Now, I'm not saying it's going to avoid all problems in the future. You're still going to have some customers that are still going to be a freaking pain in the ass in the future. And that's just what comes with doing commission work. There's absolutely no way around it. But for the most part, if you create great work, it should be pretty much fine. Now, when it comes to you pricing your commissions, if you just starting out, just price commissions how you price originals. If you've been selling for some time and you're doing commissions and originals, I always say price your commissions about 20% higher than your originals. You can even go like 30% higher, right? And as long as you're doing that, you're in a sweet spot. If you're like at the lower price points, I'm talking about 100 to let's say 300, you could price, which would be 100%. You could price double the price. So if it's 100 for commission, it's 200. If it's 200 for commission, it's 300. But once you start getting into the thousands, then like 30%. So like if it's 1,000, then you could charge 1,300 for that commission. And at that point, you'll be having the ball rolling. And that's the cool part. It's easy to sell commissions. Nonetheless, I really hate using the word easy, but sometimes when I feel like things are actually easy, I usually say simple, but when I feel like some things are actually easy, I'd rather just say like it's easy, right? It's easy. Working with 1,000 artists, those who sell commissions pretty much sell commission work with ease. But that leads to the second point. Why, if it's so easy to sell commission work, only 10% of my students do it? Well, because if you become really good at selling commission, it becomes a double-edged sword. Because you're making sales, which is great, but the other end of that sword is that you can't scale, right? Because you're doing commission work. When you do a commission, it's very hard to resell that commission, especially if it's a specific piece based off a specific thing that person owns. Like you can't make prints and reproductions of someone else's dog. I mean, you can, but I doubt anyone will purchase it, or if they daughter or son or whatever the case may be. So what happens is, a lot of my artists that do commission work, they get backed up for months on commission work, which is great. It's fantastic. Like I have a student right now that I just showed you who's backed up to January, and he's freaking on top of the world. Seriously. The only thing is he can't scale up because there's no more work he could take on. He can't sell prints. He can't do anything extra. And typically when you have an original work, originals have a higher cap. And what I mean by this is, commissions, there's only so much someone will be willing to spend on a commission. Originals, I see originals selling for $20,000. But no one is paying $20,000 to get their dog painted, right? So it's just much better to do an original. It's much easier to get started with a commission, but it's much better to like sell originals. So getting into it, here's the problem. As you begin to scale and you start to become short on work because now you have, let's say, 25 commissions to do, but it takes you 2 months. Let's say it takes 2 weeks to do a commission. So you could do, in a typical month, you could do 2 commissions. It's going to take you an entire year to get through those 25 commissions. Hopefully you charge a lot of money for them, because if you didn't charge a lot of money for them, you can't do nothing else because it's taking up too much of your time. So it ain't like you could charge more. So if you wanted to make more money, you have to take on more commissions. But if you take on more commissions, you're getting backed up even farther on work. So it's like you're digging this hole, right? And once again, it could be great because now you're bringing in some sales, but like you're capping how much you can maximize. So what do you have to do to offset this? Now, just talking about this with the artist that I just showed, which is off. To offset this, you have to start charging much, much, much more for commission. So let's say you take the initial process I just laid out in the beginning of this training, right? And you start implementing that and you start getting commissions. Once you get backed up on a month, if you backed up 30 days, that means you got 3 commissions, double your prices. The reason you should double your prices is because it's not like you could take on another commission and complete it that month anyway. So you could have way more people tell you no because you can't do the work right now once again anyway. So double the prices. Yes, if you charge 1,000, just charge 2. And it's going to sound very scary in the beginning. And here's the thing. You're going to have way more people telling you no at 2,000 when you was originally charging 1,000. But that's fine because once again, we can't complete the work anyway. So you want to double the pricing and charge more simply because the demand is much higher than your supply, right? That's how this works. For example, there was a time during COVID when cars was very hard to purchase. You cannot just go buy a car. So the prices of cars became ridiculous because the demand for cars was much higher than the supply. No one could work, so dealerships wasn't getting cars. Because it wasn't getting cars, they don't have a few, they're charging way more. Same thing what you should be doing with your commission. Because you cannot complete any more commissions, you should be charging way, way more. Simple. So what about when you get 3 months back then? Then you want to double prices again and double them again and double them again. At some point, you're going to be making a lot of money doing commission work. But you will be backed up on a year of sales, which is great. But you just can't take in any more new sales. And at that point, you can relax, just focus on the works that are in front of you until you get out of those commissions, right? So this is why commissions and I have a love-hate relationship. I love it because it's easy for any artist to get started and start selling work pretty much regularly with ease, for the most part, if you had the right process. But you're watching these videos, so you're learning the right process. And then 2, it's also very easy to get those initial scaling points. Scaling points is like being able to double prices and double prices and double prices. It's easy to scale your prices. Now, the reason why I hate commissions, right, the love-hate relationship, is because it have a cap. Like some of my artists that's our original work literally do $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 months, which is ridiculous. That's not normal at all. I realize I gotta start saying that because me talking about that so often make artists believe like this is the new norm. It's not. Keep in mind that's $40,000 per month is almost $500,000 a year. So that's not normal whatsoever. But some originals, you can scale to that point as long as you have the right knowledge, work ethic, commitment, you're driven, motivated, so on and so forth. Commission artists I see max out like truly around $12,000. So that's a huge gap between originals and commissions. Why? Because an original artist could sell 2 pieces for $6,000 and make $12,000, but then also sell another 300 prints that month if they get really, really good at it, right? And that's the power of like selling original works. So what am I saying? I'm saying like if you're a new artist just starting and you want to start getting that ball rolling, they have it rolling pretty smooth, sell commissions because it's simple, easy. And when it comes to selling commissions, just follow what I mentioned at the beginning of this video because it's also simple and easy, right? And then once you start making those commissions, think of escape plan. Like start tripling those prices as quick as possible so you can start taking on as little commissions and make the same if not more money. And then once you make enough money, start creating your own work to completely move out of the commission space. And then you'll be in very good standings. And when you're in very good standings, just send me like a scented candle. I like earth scented candles. I like to smell like wood and stuff. And just tell me thank you, because I appreciate that. With that being said, if you want to start taking your career to the next level, I have like a smaller training and community for artists that we just building out. I'll put a link below. And if you want to check it out, check it out. If you don't want to check it out, check out the next video. Peace.